Hello. So this week I want to talk about YouTube and how they've, well, been screwing over content creators for the past several years. And I'm not talking about me personally because, as I've said in a number of my videos, I don't do this for money or e-fame or anything like that. But the thing is, with YouTube, it's like, well, it's almost like they're forgetting what made this platform what it is. The, because the people who get screwed over, like I've seen animators tend to get screwed over a lot, because, and I know, like, animation isn't exactly rocket science, but it also doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that takes a long time to make. And it's like, I've seen people who put out a video that's like completely G-rated, like it's more G-rated than a Nick Jr. show, and it'll get demonetized for no reason. And I know, like, obviously it's not all about money, but it's like, the thing is, like, if a video isn't monetized, it doesn't really get pushed as much as, like, the algorithm and all that jazz. Alright, let's turn on the air conditioner, it's hot in here. Anyway, but it's like, where was I going with this? Because there are people who, there's different types of people on this platform. Some people have, like, a job and then they just do YouTube as, like, a kind of a side thing, like, or whatever, and then there's people who do YouTube as a career, like they've managed to make it into a career, like, which, hey, if they can pull that off, like, why not? And if they're passionate about doing it, they like doing it, like, but that's, and, like I said, they always get, but it's like, the thing that I think drives me insane, mostly, is that YouTube has this, like, double standard thing, which, for a variety of things, but, like, there's two examples that I'm going to use. Like, one is that, basically, when you'll have content creators or YouTubers, whatever, who roast each other. Like, just, like, poke fun at each other and make fun of each other, like, jokingly, that's what roasting is. Like, it's meant to be a whole satire, funny thing, joke. But YouTube will step in and say, like, oh no, you can't do that, that's bullying, that you can't, we don't allow that on this platform. But it's like, okay, well, talk shows have been doing that for decades. Like, I mean, and not only that, but these talk shows are on YouTube. So it's like, I mean, you could literally turn on your TV tonight and watch The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and and he'll be, like, roasting celebrities on there, and then tomorrow that show will be put on YouTube. So, and that's okay, like, because he's a celebrity that's well known in the entertainment industry, and then, like, that's okay on YouTube, but content creators can't do the same thing. They can't roast each other or celebrities or whatever. Like, how does that work? Or and another example is when you have, like, the whole, like, horror community, like, people who talk about, like, horror movies or, like, do, like, indie horror film type stuff on YouTube, and YouTube's like, oh, you can't, that's too graphic, that's too violent, we can't put that on here. But then they'll put up, like videos of, like, news programs, news articles from all these different, it doesn't even matter what, like, all the news stations, like, they'll put videos from those up of, like, violent crimes being committed, like, graphic footage and stuff. They'll put those on YouTube, but then when somebody talks about, like, horror movies, there's like a video of, like, a, if they make some kind of, like, independent horror film hill on YouTube, and they're like, no, you can't do that. But you'll upload, like, videos from news that shows people committing violent crimes. It's just like, what? Or, like, actual, like, cars crashing or whatever, like, and I don't get it. And that's the thing. See, and I feel like other content creators have been saying this for years. It's like, I think deep down, now it's freezing in here. I think that YouTube wants to make this into a platform like Netflix or something. Like, I think deep down, and I feel like this probably will happen eventually, unfortunately, I think YouTube wants to get rid of all content creators, like big and small, every size and stuff. And they want to just make this into a platform where you can watch like the news and talk shows and like YouTube Red originals, like that kind of stuff. Like I think it's part of the reason why they push YouTube Red so much, which I know people personally who use YouTube Red, but they use it because they don't feel like dealing with ads. You know, they don't give a shit about the YouTube Red originals. They just don't want to deal with the ads, which I understand. Like, I mean, I personally don't really mind ads, but there are times where they get annoying, so I understand where people are coming from. And it's like, you know, people don't come here. The reason this YouTube originally, like, the old slogan was broadcast yourself. That's what it was. It was just people making all kinds of wacky videos and stuff, and as time went on, people started making more advanced type of videos and stuff, and, like, you know, obviously, over the years, many people have come and gone. Some people have survived all these years, and things like that, but the point is, that's what people come to this platform for. I mean, like, you know, they come here for content they can't view anywhere else. Like, if I wanted to watch the news, I'd turn on the TV, but I never watched the news as a kid. I don't watch it now. You know, it doesn't even matter if it's like CBS, Fox, CNN, ABC, NBC. To me, it's all the same stuff. Like, I never really cared to watch any of it because it's just all like negative and whatever stuff, negative drama and all that kind of just yeah. But you know, it's like I don't come here to see that. Like, I don't watch that on TV. I don't come here to YouTube to see that. I come here to see content that I can't see anywhere else. Like, so I'm not gonna put any names out there, but like, you know, channels that like, you know, I watch like gaming channels and like toy channels, nostalgia channels. Like, I can't see that on TV or Netflix or whatever. And it's like, I'll even like when I open my YouTube, when I like click on the YouTube app on my like phone or whatever, and it goes to like the home page, and it'll say like, if I'm kind of just like scrolling for like a few seconds before I go into like the subscription notifications, and it's like when I look and it's like when I'm scrolling, and it'll show like recommended for you breaking news, and it's like, why are you suggesting me this? I don't watch the news on here, and it's like, you know, I don't even click on the video. Like, I'll hit like the hide suggestion thing or whatever, and I'm just, you know, probably give a reason as to why. It's like, oh, why did you hide this? Like, why don't you want to see it or something? It's like, you know, I'll give the reason. It's like, okay, well, we won't suggest this to you anymore, and they still do it. Like, why are you suggesting me this? Like, why? I mean, yeah, I get suggestions for other videos based on the type of content I watch, but like, why are you suggesting me news? Like, how many times do I have to say no? Like, I don't want to see that. I don't come here to see that. But you know, that's the type of content YouTube pushes because, well, for one thing, you know, it's something that like, you know, advertisers are more comfortable with, and like YouTube. You know, it's easier for YouTube to monetize those videos. It's easier for them to make money for those videos because pretty much every big YouTuber on this platform has gotten into some kind of controversy at some point. You know, some more than others, but it's like, in some cases, it's like, it blows over because it was just like something that was blown out of proportion. Other times it was something that was completely serious, like it was a bad thing and they were guilty of this, but whatever the case may be, every time something like that happens, advertisers will freak out, so YouTube's like, oh, so that's like, and I think that's part of the reason why YouTube just wants to, basically they want to change this platform from what it was, and that sucks, because I feel like eventually that will happen, but maybe I'm wrong, we'll have to wait and see, but, yeah, even though I just think I'm a small fish in the pond, I think it's important that a lot of people, as many people as they can point out like YouTube's flaws and just like call them out on shit. Not that they'll necessarily listen to us, but whatever. So, for those of you who are still here, thanks for listening to my rant, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.